The story of Prophet Idris or Enoch is not found in many Islamic sources. The story is still widely found in the Genesis book of the Old Testament or O. The original book is the Book of Enoch, which is believed to have been written by Enoch or the prophet Idris himself. In various fragments of the Book of Enoch, found in Aramaic in the Qumran cave, later better known as the Dead Sea Scrolls, as well as several other Greek and Latin fragments which prove that this book was known by the Jews and early Christians. The first part of the Book of Enoch describes the fall of the guardian angels, the angel who became the father of the Nephilim, and tells of Enoch's journey in heaven. In 363 AD, the authority of the Christian Church removed the Book of Enoch from the list of biblical canons. The Book of Enoch was finally forbidden to be declared heretical and destroyed. Then in 2002, the Vatican issued a ban on its people worshipping or honoring angels that are not listed in the biblical texts. According to the Book of Enoch, they are the archangel responsible for binding the evil fallen angels or the guardian angels who violate the laws of God. Who are these guardian angels or fallen angels, and why are the 4th century Christian Church and the modern Vatican so concerned that the church members find out about their existence? The 6th book of Genesis records. And it came to pass when the men of the earth began to multiply, and daughters were begotten unto them, then the sons of God or the angels saw the daughters of men, that they were beautiful. So they took wives for all of them whom they had chosen. According to ancient tradition, the Ben Elohim or the sons of Elohim who numbered in the hundreds came down to earth on the top of Mount Hermon. These fallen angels are also known as the guardian angels of Grigori or Aaron. In Jewish mythology, Grigori comes from high-ranking angels who live in the upper heavens with God, and their embodiment resembles humans. In the Luciferian esoteric tradition, they are angelic beings who have a very elite position that God created to be the guardians of the early humans who lived on Earth. Their job is to monitor and look after the evolving human species and report back on their progress. They are limited by God's command not to interfere with human evolutionary development. But unfortunately, they decided to ignore and go against his orders and become teachers of the human race who had an impact on both themselves and mankind. Enoch in Hebrew means teacher, while Idris in Arabic means learns. In the Bible, there are 2 men named Enoch. The first in Genesis 4. He is mentioned as the son of Kabal, the first killer on earth. Next in Event 5. Generations later there was another man named Enoch, the 7th descendant of Adam, who is the son of Yard or the great-grandson of the prophet Sitz bin Adam. The name Jared in Hebrew means descending. It was in Jared's day that 200 watchdogs came down to earth and took on the form of human bodies. In the Book of Enoch, it is told God will make new things on earth. Some angels from on high in heaven forsook the word of God and behold them, sinned, forsaken the law, united themselves with women, sinned with them, married some of them, and begot children from them. The Book of Jubilees is one of the ancient Hebrew texts which is believed to have been dictated directly by the angel Yahweh to Moses on Mount Sinai when he received the 10 commandments of God. Also mentions the descent of this guardian angel in the days of Jared. Furthermore, the Book of Jubilees mentions that Enoch was the first among the sons of men on earth to learn writing, knowledge, and wisdom. It is mentioned that Enoch wrote the signs of the sky or the zodiac according to their months in a book. And it is through this that mankind knows the seasons of the years with the order of the moon and the stars. Enoch received this information from heavenly sources, namely the angels. Some of the sources that we present here tell of 200 fallen angels descended from heaven to the top of Mount Hermon, and they were so mesmerized by the beauty of the daughters of men, thus using their new outward body. These guardian angels took them to be their wives and had sexual relations with them. All this brings the wrath of God. And according to the scriptures, as a result of the mixed marriage between these fallen and mortal earthlings, a half-angel half-human hybrid descendant was born called the Nephilim. They are a race of giants. They are the ones who once ruled the entire ancient earth. Nephilim comes from the Hebrew root, naphal, which means to fall, fail, cast out, low, cast down, substandard, or thrown down. These fallen angels teach their wives and children the various skills of heavenly technology, witchcraft, and the occult. This shows that the ability of paranormal physical abilities and magical powers was originally an ancient heritage that comes from the world of angels taught to humans. At first in the Luciferian tradition, it was known as spiritual and the metaphor for witch blood or fairy blood possessed by witches. Many people do not master the spiritual arts, and only a few who can master it likely inherit this fairy blood. In the Book of Enoch, it is mentioned that one of their leaders was named Azazel. Teaches humans to forge swords and make Azazel's shield and armor. Also teaches them metallurgy, how to mine from the earth and various uses of the earth's metals. The art of making bracelets, ring ornaments, and necklaces from various types of precious metals and gemstones. To the women, Azazel teaches them how to beautify their eyelids with antimony or silver metal as eyeshadow. Uses cosmetics to attract and seduce sexual opponents. Because of these deeds, Enoch says that there was a lot of wickedness, fornication, and deceit, and mankind became corrupted in its ways. This is the basis for the church, at first, to curse fallen angels for teaching women to wear necklaces of gold ornaments and bracelets for their hands. Paul says women should cover their heads in the synagogue. Because of these angels, because the fallen angels are attracted to the daughters of men with long, loose hair. The rule for women to cover their heads in the church is still found in the Orthodox and Roman Catholic churches, as well as in the Islamic tradition. The story of the fall of angels and the descent of Adam is an event of destruction from the heavenly Garden of Eden, or the earth, which represents the golden age of the universe, and the harmony of the earth where humans and animals live together and communicate with a universal language. From here humans do not know or understand the language of animals. In the Book of Jubilees, it is written that on the day Adam was driven out of the Garden of Eden, the mouths of all the animals were shut so that they could no longer speak.